Hello, and thank you for listening to this episode of the Moore's October Rants. Today's episode is going to be titled, People Will Always Show You Who They Are. Eventually, when you spend enough time with someone, they'll reveal who they truly are. At first, it might not be obvious. People can act in ways that make you think they're kind, considerate, or even compatible with you. But over time, their actions will speak louder than their words. It's like peeling back layers of an onion. What you see on the surface might seem genuine, but as you go deeper, the truth inevitably comes out. I've experienced this time and time again, and while it's not always easy to accept, it's an invaluable lesson. Let me give you a few examples to explain what I mean. There's this website I use occasionally where you can have video chats with random people. It's a popular platform, and I've met some fascinating people on there from all over the world. Many of these conversations have been pleasant, filled with humor, interesting cultural exchanges, and even meaningful connections. But as with most things, not everyone you meet is as kind as they initially seem. On several occasions, I've been talking to someone who seems perfectly normal, engaged, friendly, and polite, only for them to turn on me suddenly. Out of nowhere, they'll make cruel comments about my weight, appearance, or something deeply personal. The first few times it happened, I was caught off guard. I would think, what did I do to deserve this? But then I realized it wasn't about me. It was about them showing their true colors. If someone can shift from being seemingly nice to being outright cruel, it says far more about them than it does about me. They were simply revealing who they really are. And while it stung, it also taught me an important lesson. These moments are a gift. They save me from wasting time on people who don't deserve to be part of my life. This isn't just limited to random strangers online. I've experienced it with people I've met on social media, through texting, and even in real life. You can be friends with someone for months, maybe even years, thinking you know them, only to discover that their real character is nothing like the image they initially projected. For example, I've had friends who, after months of seemingly deep and genuine conversations, started showing less and less interest in maintaining the friendship. Their actions didn't match their words, and eventually they drifted away. Or worse, they revealed behaviors and attitudes that made me realize they weren't the kind of people I wanted in my life. One time, I was talking to someone I'd met on that video chat site. We got along well for the first hour, laughing and sharing stories. But then, out of nowhere, they made a comment about my weight. At first, it was subtle, almost like a joke, but it quickly escalated into outright insults. I hadn't said or done anything to provoke it, and yet there it was, their real character on full display. As painful as it was, it made me grateful for the clarity. Imagine spending months getting to know someone only to have that moment happen later down the road. It's far better to see the truth early. This process isn't always quick. Sometimes it takes weeks, months, or even years for someone to show you who they are. I had a friend I met online who I played Xbox with for over 2 years. At first, we talked all the time and supported each other through life's challenges, but as time went on, she put less effort into our conversations, and it became clear that she didn't value the friendship as much as I did. It hurt to realize, but looking back, the signs were there all along. I just needed time to see them clearly. Another example involves a close friend I had in early 2023. We bonded quickly and shared so much about our lives with each other. For 3 months, it felt like we were inseparable. But then her circumstances changed, and she began pulling away. Despite my efforts to stay in touch, she cut off contact entirely, even blocking me when I tried to reach out. It was devastating. But it also revealed a truth I needed to see. She wasn't the friend I thought she was. Whether her earlier kindness was genuine or not, her actions showed me who she truly was, and it wasn't someone I wanted in my life. These experiences have taught me the value of patience when it comes to relationships. Whether it's a casual acquaintance, a new friend, or even a potential romantic partner, I've learned to take my time and observe. People can only maintain a facade for so long. Eventually, their true nature will emerge. Sometimes it's subtle, like a lack of effort in maintaining contact. Other times, it's abrupt, like an insult or a betrayal. Either way, it's important to pay attention because the truth will always come out. What's interesting is that this works both ways. Just as others reveal their true selves, we do the same. I make an effort to be as authentic as possible because I don't want anyone to feel like I've misled them. What you see is what you get with me. I don't have the time or energy for games or ulterior motives. And honestly, being genuine saves a lot of trouble in the long run. If someone doesn't like me for who I am, that's fine. They're not meant to be in my life. It's also worth mentioning that many people are inherently fake. They wear masks to fit in, hide insecurities, or manipulate others. It's exhausting to deal with, but it's a reality we all have to face. The key is to recognize the signs early and trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Over time, people will reveal themselves, just like a pirate digging for treasure. Sometimes you'll find gold, other times you'll uncover something far less valuable. Either way, you'll find out eventually. At the end of the day, knowing the truth about someone is always better than living in ignorance. It's not always easy to accept. Sometimes it's downright heartbreaking, but it's necessary. Life is too short to waste on people who don't genuinely care for you or respect you for who you are. And while it might take time, patience, and even a few painful experiences, discovering someone's true self is one of the most important lessons we can learn. Anyways, thank you for listening to this episode of the Moore's October Rants. Signing out. Have a good one, guys. Goodbye for now.